everybody, and welcome to the Rocky and Derrick Show. If you like our interviews, please visit our website, rockyandderrickshow.com, and visit our photo and video galleries.
Hi, my name is Kennedy, and I am subbing for Rocky.
Today, we're here at Revolution Mills with
Gloria Taylor-Williams.
who does
All paintings, drawings, art. I do art.
What made you want to do art?
I started off drawing when I was very young, and it was just something that was very self-gratifying, so it was something personal for me to do as far as drawing and learning how to draw.
Was this actually your dream to become an artist?
I didn't really dream to become an artist when I was a young child, but I did visit an art gallery museum when I was young, and seeing the artwork there, it really inspired me. And in the back of my mind, I wanted to learn art or to paint art. But later on, when I became an adult, is when I decided to go back to college and get my degree, and I earned my degree in fine arts.
Do you sell your paintings?
Yes, I do. Anyone that is interested in my artwork, sometimes it's on commission base, and other times it's at a gallery, and I sell my work, and sometimes online.
How long have you been drawing?
How long have I been drawing? Wow, that's a long time. Over 20 years. It's a long, long time. I started very young, probably about your age, when I started drawing. Just sketching and drawing. Something that I kept personal to myself, though, for a long time, though.
Do you draw with a specific art type, or do you just draw?
Sometimes it's a specific image that I'm looking for or trying to duplicate, and sometimes it's just freehand drawing, and it could be anything. It could be landscape, it could be flowers, it could be doodling, it could be a cartoon character, it could be anything. It could be just me practicing different techniques like shadows and shading and things like that, or adding different colors, because I also like to work with pastel colors as well as graphite, and I just practice different techniques and different drawing skills just to try to improve.
If you had to pick between painting, drawing, and sketching, what would you choose?
That's a very hard question. The reason why is because in school you have to pick a particular field, whether it's drawing, photography, or painting. And for me, it was a very difficult choice between drawing and painting. And I wanted to develop more skills in painting, so I chose painting. And I've been painting for a number of years now, and drawing is like the foundation. Whether you're going to be a photographer or a sketch artist or a painter of any medium, and drawing skills is really important. So if you land or learn those drawing skills initially, then you can just expand on that and grow from there.
What is your favorite painting that you've done?
My favorite painting has been mostly flowers, some landscapes, and no particular color, but those are usually my favorite subjects.
Do you have a website or something we can visit you on?
I do. I have a website. You can visit me at Williams_2016 at AT&T.net.
So,
That's my email. From there, you can link up to my website, which is in the process of being built.
how do you decide what to paint?
I just go with my feeling of that particular moment. Sometimes it's from a photograph. Sometimes it's from a place that I visited. Sometimes it's from being in a park or being out meeting people. And I'm inspired by different mediums, different subject matters, and I just go with whatever emotionally I'm feeling, whether it's a landscape or building structure or flowers or whatever. I just choose whatever direction I feel like I'm being led into. So it's really a more personal thing and an emotional thing that I reflect on as far as deciding what to paint or what to draw.
Can anyone like paint, or does it take practice and you have to really think about it?
I believe that a lot of people that says that they can't paint can paint. They can learn to paint because people have a different creative style, and it doesn't have to be realistic. It can be abstract, something that is just subjective. And it does take practice, just like anything else. You practice your studies, you practice your sports, you practice being better in school, being a better student, and as long as you're practicing your art, whether it's drawing or painting, you can learn to draw or paint.
What brought you to Revolution Mills?
Good question. I was in a program through self-help, and I was able to be a part of the artist in residency with another group of artists, and which a couple of them are here today or have been here today. And it was a really great experience because we shared a space, and it was a large studio space. And through that program, we were able to collaborate on different events and different projects. And we had events here at the mill, and we had a coordinator that we responded to and met with on a regular basis to help us decide on where we wanted to take this, because it was a new program last year. And I was fortunate to be one of the members through the Greensboro Mural Project because I'm a member of the group. And we share space with some other artists here. And that range from paper to film crew, you may have heard of them, poet and writer, and other painters. And then, like I said, with the Greensboro Mural Project. So we all shared this collaborative space. And through them, it's just kind of keeping in touch, and they're hosting other events here all the time, and it's just a matter of looking up what's happening and just trying to get in and to participate in different events that's happening here.
What is or what has been your favorite part of painting?
What specifically do you mean, my favorite part? Do you mean the process, or do you mean the final product, or I don't
Maybe the process.
The process? The process, there's different steps. It can start off with drawing from a sketch pad or from looking at photos, or sometimes I would just go straight to the canvas and start sketching out my image on the canvas, and which is more exploratory, and I try different avenues in order to develop the particular scene of what I'm trying to paint. And I enjoy that process because it's not always planned. It's it's not planned, it's more intuitive thinking in the process for me, because I can lay down colors, I can put in a sketch. If I don't like it, I can start over. And I don't have any qualms about starting over, because if I'm not emotionally feeling good about the particular painting that I'm working on, I'll start over. I'll just start anew. And sometimes it takes a little longer, but I just enjoy painting and drawing. So when you love something you do, it's just something you love to do.
What's the most expensive painting that you've sold?
$650 so far.
What was that painting?
It was it's on hold. It is a portrait. It's a portrait painting, because not only do I paint landscapes or flowers, I also paint portraits. And it's a huge painting, and it was a person that modeled for me, and I painted his portrait, and so it was an oil painting, and it was great. It was a great experience.
Why did that painting cost? Why did you make that painting so much?
You think that's expensive?
Not really, but like,
There are paintings that, portrait paintings can start in the thousands. And I was in school at the time, starting out, and I felt that with my experience and my skill set, that I just can't jump into making a portrait for $5,000. And there are a lot of artists that make good money making portrait paintings or drawings. But for me at that particular time, I felt that that was more reasonable.
What's like the biggest painting or the one that took the longest?
Oh, let's see. That one probably did. It was maybe a 40 by 60 size of stretch canvas. And it took maybe 2 or 3 months, but I didn't work on it every day. And so that's probably took a while. But there's been other paintings that are smaller, and they take a long time because of my process. Sometimes you add layers and add layers and add layers of paint. And like, for instance, this one has several layers. It's not just one coat of paint. There's different layers, and there's a drying process that I go through. And sometimes I work on 2 or 3 paintings at a time. And so for this one, for example, I can't even number how many layers of paint I have, but it could take a month or it could take a couple of weeks. And I painted one that's taken only 48 hours before. And it has lots of paint on it, and it just depends.
how can people get in contact with you?
Through my email at williams_2016@att.net. That's one way. And then I have business cards here, and you're welcome to take a few and share them.
What advice do you give kids?
Kids that want to be an artist, I would say practice, just as if you would practice anything else that you need to do. Don't get discouraged if people don't like your artwork or like what you've drawn or painted. If you feel good about it and it's in your heart that that's what you want to do, and you're inspired by the other arts and other people, and you have a passion, a growing passion for it, then keep it up. Keep going with it, and try not to be discouraged, because not everyone is going to like your artwork or like what you do. But as long as you feel good about it and you love what you do, then you can really be successful and a good artist.
Well, that's all for today. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe, comment, and if you'd like to become a sponsor, visit our website, rockyandderrick.com. Goodbye.